Hey everyone, I'm Chase at Rocky Mountain ATVMC, giving you a closer look at the F5 Koroyd helmet from Klim. Alright, so today we're giving you a closer look at the F5 Koroyd helmet coming from Klim. So for those of you familiar with Klim, they come out of Idaho, definitely known for making very high quality, very technical gear, and that really does show in the F5 Koroyd. And the biggest feature about this that I want to point out right off the bat is you're getting the Koroyd material inside in conjunction with the EPS liner. First helmet that I have seen using Koroyd, and what's great about this material is that it's super lightweight, does a great job of absorbing impact, and it breathes extremely well. So props to Klim for taking some newer technology and putting it into the helmet, and we'll talk more about that in depth here in just a moment. But before we get into that, let's talk about fitment real quick. So the F5 Koroyd, make sure you use the sizing guide on the product page. That's going to tell you what size you will want to order. But remember, this is an apparel item, which means if you buy this helmet or any apparel item for that matter, if you're not happy with the sizing or the fitment, we want to make sure you are. So send it back to us in brand new unused condition. We give free shipping both ways on your first exchange to make sure you get the correct size. But I've tried the helmet on. I feel like it fits true to size, very comfortable. Dry legs inner liner, it's removable, it's washable. But also something that I really noticed with the fitment that stood out to me is when I put it on, I feel like the cheek pads really kind of wrapped around underneath my jaw, and it gave a nice snug fit to the helmet. It wasn't too tight, but I just kind of liked the way it contoured or fit the contour of my face. Now looking here, we talk about construction. You got multiple shell sizes with the helmet. That's going to give a better fit depending on the size of the rider's head. But you're going to be full carbon fiber. And it keeps the helmet lightweight, very rigid, so it does a great job absorbing impact. But one thing I really like about this helmet is the weight. In fact, I went and weighed it, so I've got a size large to my left here in the black and green. Size large comes in at 3.07 pounds. So that is the lightest size large helmet that I've ever weighed. So if you're looking for a helmet that's lightweight, it's going to be very breathable, then this would be a helmet that you would definitely want to consider. So I'll give you a 360 view here. You can see I really like that carbon fiber that you can see in the shell. It's going to be DOT and ECE certified. Very, I'd say, pretty unique shell design coming from Klim. Nice aggressive look to it. If we talk about venting, now venting was a big emphasis that Klim put on this helmet. You're going to have 18 intake vents and 8 exhaust vents. So you're going to have these intake vents down here. You can see these along the mouth guard, a couple more down here along the chin bar. If you look underneath the visor, you're going to see up here just above the eye port, you have these massive intakes here. And then if we flip it over, we look at the top here, you actually have these ports up here at the top. Now you're going to look underneath that, you're going to see green material, that's the Koroyd, don't worry, we will talk about that more. But what I like about these channels on the top of the helmet is they go directly to the EPS liner and to the rider's head. So Klim wanted to make sure that even when you're riding at slower speeds, that this helmet could still get rid of that hot air. And also they did some wind tunnel testing to make sure that this helmet's going to be aerodynamic, you're not getting a lot of buffeting. If we flip it around, we look at the back. Again, you have those exhaust vents on the top. You're going to have more down here or up here along the crown of the head. You're going to have a few more down here along the bottom as well. So overall, venting, I think Klim nailed it with this helmet. Now with the visor, it is adjustable. You've got one screw on each side, including a screw underneath here. It is going to be adjustable. What I do like though is that it does sit flush with the top of the helmet, so I think it gives a nice sleek look. And the eye port. So the eye port is nice and large. I really don't see any issues as far as fitment goes with any pair of goggles. So props to Klim for leaving that nice and open there. So that's going to be the outside of the helmet. Again, lots of venting, lots of intake, great exhaust. And again, you're getting that carbon fiber shell, super lightweight. But now, let's take a look at the inside, because that's honestly where all the features are going to be packed into this helmet. So if we look at the chin strap, first thing I want to point out is they have what they call their FID chin strap. So this is actually pretty cool. You have this red tab here, it's magnetic. To undo the chin strap, all you have to do is just pull on this red tab, and that allows it to open up. And when you go to shut it, all you got to do is just let it snap in, and there you go. So being magnetic, it makes it super easy to put on and take off. A lot of riders might be concerned with that. Well, is that going to hold up if you do have a crash? You can actually take on this, and I can pull on it, honestly, as hard as I can. It's not going to break free, but when it's time to release it, just pull it out to the side. It comes off nice and easy. And trust me, for this helmet to be DOT ECE certified, they've got to test that chin strap as well, so you got nothing to worry about there. So you've got that dry legs liner on the inside. Again, those are those cheek pads I talked that kind of wrap around underneath the rider's jaw, so I'm a big fan of that. I'll pop these out. All right, so pull that out. So there is going to be your comfort liner. Now what I like about this is you can see just how many cutouts they have included even in just the comfort liner to help with breathing. And if you look at the inside here, okay, undo that chin strap. First thing you're gonna notice right off the bat, you've got the MIPS liner system built into this as well. We're starting to see MIPS in a lot of helmets. It stands for Multi-Directional Impact Protection System. And what the MIPS liner system does, it creates a slip zone inside the helmet. So in those angular crashes, so remember, not all crashes are straight up and down. You're gonna be moving front to back or side to side. So that MIPS liner system will essentially just allow the rider's head to rotate just enough inside the helmet to help disperse a lot of that energy. So it's very popular. Again, we see that in a lot of premium helmets. But underneath that, okay, you're gonna see your multi-density EPS liner. So the EPS liner, expanded polystyrene, that's very typical. That's what we see in just about all helmets. But you can also see a lot of different cutouts, a lot of channels right here at the back. You can see all those channels. Again, those are designed to help move as much air throughout the helmet and get it out the back. Now underneath that MIPS liner system, you're gonna see the next big feature. I mentioned this earlier. That is Koroyd, all that green stuff. So what Koroyd is actually welded tubes. There's hundreds of them in there. And Koroyd, what it's known for is being super lightweight. It breathes extremely well, but also it absorbs impact incredibly well. In fact, the makers of Koroyd say that it actually absorbs up to 48% more impact than your traditional EPS liner. So that's a big statement, but that's really cool. So you can see that the way they've utilized it inside the helmet is they've actually cut out a lot of the EPS liner. So it runs from the top of the helmet here, the crown of the head, all the way around to the back. So they're doing that, again, to keep the helmet lightweight, help it breathe better, and also absorb as much energy as possible. So again, just a lot of technology, a lot of cool features that are built into this. And there she is. That is the F5 Koroyd helmet coming from Klim. Now, last couple things I want to point out is you get some extra goodies that come included with this helmet. A couple of them that I really like is if you're going to be doing any riding in cold weather, they include a breath box. They also have this Gore-Tex Windstopper liner. So if you don't want to get that airflow coming through the helmet, you actually take this, put it between the EPS and that Koroyd inner comfort liner, and that's gonna help block the wind, which is really gonna make a big difference if you are riding in colder weather. And lastly, what I like too is at this price point, you're making a big investment here, they do include an extra visor as well. If you guys have any other questions about this helmet, leave your comments below, give us a call, chat live online, we'll get your questions answered, or you can ask your questions on the product page. If you ask your questions there, you will get answers from customers who have bought and are using this exact helmet. To pick yours up, you can click on the link at the end of this video. If you like this product spotlight, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's gonna keep you up to date on the latest product reviews that we're constantly rolling out. And do not forget that orders over $75 ship free. I'm Chaser Rocky Mountain. We'll see you on the trails.